Good Monday morning, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here in Charlotte, North Carolina for your Ski Southeast forecast and update. Beautiful pattern shaping up this week. We thought we'd see a great pattern. I think it looks even better than I anticipated last week. And really, after what was a great month of January, brief little thaw at the beginning of February, this is really going to be a great week of snow. I'm talking possibility of some good pow-pow conditions here in the southeast. First things first, we got that big low that moved off the coast. Boy, it was a monster storm. That stayed far enough offshore, didn't have a major impact here in the southern Appalachians or even the central and northern Appalachians. But here's what our big story is going into tonight. And really, I'd say it's going to start today. We've got the first of two Arctic fronts that'll be heading our way. The Arctic front number one will start to bring some moisture and northwest flow snow down the entire chain here in the southeast, from Wisp all the way down to even northern Alabama and northern Georgia. There's a secondary surge of Arctic air back here in the Midwest. That's going to help bring in even colder air and another surge of upper level energy and moisture. So this northwest flow event that's going to set up is going to be pretty prolific. We're going to get some connection to the Great Lakes as well. And this flow coming around, this deep trough that's going to develop, is going to create probably a 3 to 4 day what we call northwest flow snow event. If you've been in the mountains or you ski, you know these events are great. Sometimes they last a day or two. This is going to be 3, maybe 4 days of consistent snow. So let's get right to the models. It's the GFS model. Here's our monster low off the coast. Here's this little chunk of Arctic air and piece of energy that got spun south by the polar vortex diving into the southeast. So let's show you how this unfolds. You can see that first surge with the first Arctic front, really good burst of snow developing later today and really into tonight. I think we're going to see a good 3, 4, 5, 6 inches just between today and tonight. But then it's that second surge of moisture that starts coming in tomorrow with even colder air. So it looks like less moisture, I know, but because it's Arctic air in nature, this is going to fluff up the moisture. So we might actually get just as much, if not more, snow with this second surge, even though there's less moisture. This is that powder snow that we don't often see here in the southeast, but this is the perfect setup for it because the air is so cold and dry. We'll take the moisture that is there and really create some really fluffy powder from Wisp all the way down. Look at this, even to Birmingham. So this northwest flow is ideal, and you can actually see the connection to the Great Lakes picking up some moisture, which a lot of the Great Lakes are still not ice covered. They have very, very open water and very, very low surface ice for this time of year. This low will then try to re-crank up on the coast as a second low forms there. This one much further off the coast, but it doesn't really matter. That low isn't important for the precipitation. What it's important for is it helps enhance the northwest flow snow, which continues. Again, here we are, we're looking at sometime tomorrow night into Wednesday, and as we go through Wednesday, the flow continues to be out of the northwest, and by the time we get to Thursday morning, we still have a little bit of a northwest flow. So I think it's going to take a while for this flow to completely shut off, maybe till late Thursday afternoon. And even then, we could have some light snow continuing. So really, really good setup. In fact, you look at some of the forecast totals here across the southeast. This is the Weather Service, which I think is underdoing the amounts. You can see some of these purples up here. You're getting in the 10 to 12, even 13 foot or 13 inch range, over a foot in Wisp down to Snowshoe. Winter Place easily stands chance to get 8, 9 inches. And I think even in North Carolina, pretty good chance we could see some snow totals around Beach and Sugar Mountain, probably approaching 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. In the Smokies could end up with maybe a foot of snow. So a great pattern shaping up. And on top of all this, I didn't even mention the fact that it's going to be plenty cold enough that we can make snow the entire week. So going towards Valentine's Day weekend, some of the best conditions we've seen, especially for powder lovers. This is going to be some true powder in the southeast. I think in the next 7 to 10 days, we could see additional snow as well, as it looks like the pattern going into the weekend and next week stays active and cold. So rejoice in the pattern. Great skiing conditions. We should be great by President's Day weekend here in the southeast as we get a week of northwest flow, and it's a pow-pow day coming up tomorrow into Wednesday. Hope you have a great week. I'll give an update coming up later this week about the conditions as we stay cold and snowing. As always, even though we're in February, keep thinking snow. We're going to have a gangbuster end of the season here in the southeast.